Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah, alhamdulillah. In one of my last sessions, I explained why basically everything about the Muslim community must be changed, okay? And throughout this series, I've indicated that, okay? You have a community culture that I call Quasi-Islam. And in that culture, you think that you're doing Islam. And I've gone through enough proofs to show that you're not. But here I'm trying to show you visually and verbally what I mean by a total transition, a total transformation. All right? My brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us Islam for very serious reasons, okay? And I know that the vast majority of Muslims have not studied Islam enough to even know, the difference in anything, really. And I don't mean that as an insult or as a blame, it's just a fact, okay? And Islamic education is only a part of what is required to have a vision of reality in the community or a vision of reality of Islam. Okay? There is actual training required. Okay? You have to be trained to be a responsible Muslim. You have to be trained to be a serious Muslim. You have to be trained to think and look at things Islamically. You have to be trained to have the actual qualities of Deen. And because 99.9% of Muslims have never been through any of this training, then you have a community culture in which you are detached from reality, okay? And it's so extremely serious when I've shown you that your community has committed the biggest crime in the history of Islam. And it's so extremely serious when you see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been raining down destruction all over the Muslim world. And now Allah has brought fascism everywhere on earth that Muslims live, everywhere, okay? And that includes the United States. And their intention is to remove you, okay? And history has shown that when Allah sends this kind of punishment, your du'as will not be answered. Allah sends it for a reason. And it's because you have become not just useless to His Deen, you are antithetical to Islam. Okay? You are the opposite of Islam. And I'm going to go through some of that. But this visual on the screen here, I've shown these two circles to show you that you are completely detached from Islam. Okay, and this includes shuyukh and mulanas and masajid and imams. Believe me, you're the first people that I need to be listening to this, okay? You are in Quasi-Islam. You're in a little circle in which you have chosen a little piece of Islam here and a little habit of Islam there. And in that circle, you think that you have Islam. And I've shown over and over and over again that that's not the case. And to get you and every Muslim and the masajid and the entire community over into the circle of actual Islam, see the green circle here, that's where you have to be. Right now, You are in failure and destruction, and you cause the failure and destruction. Okay? It's because you are not in Islam. Okay? Islam would bring success. And everything that you look at about Muslims and everything that you see coming from Allah, it's proof. You don't have success. Okay? So there's going to be very serious talk, and I hope that this visual helps. But go back to that last video where I talked about specific projects and programs that must be implemented everywhere. Okay? By all imams, all masajid. Every Muslim has got to get on board. Okay? A serious punishment is coming from Allah. Rasulullah ﷺ even has stated in so many ahadith that Allah will send very cruel people who will not have mercy on you. Okay? And we have seen the examples in the Muslim world. And if you want to know what cruelty is, go study the history of fascism and what the fascists did in Europe. There were 50 to 60 million human beings dead before they could get fascism stopped. And the new fascism is coming for Muslims. And it is 1,000 times more powerful, and it is spread around the world. Not just 3 countries like in World War II, Germany, Italy, Spain, no. There are 40 countries already in it. Okay, it's very serious. So I'm gonna cut off a second. Okay, in Quasi-Islam, you're imagining that you have Islam. You are imagining that if you want Islam, you go to the masjid. And what I've been talking about is that the setup of the masaajid, everything about them, including their programs, it perpetuates failure, but not just failure, generation after generation. It perpetuates a massive crime against Islam, okay, and it perpetuates the illusion that you have Islam. And that illusion is what created this delusional culture that I call Quasi-Islam. Okay? But it has to be obvious. I'm trying to make it obvious to you. If you'll see the difference between where you are and where you should be, then I'm helping you. Okay? It's obvious that you and your community do not have Hidaya or Sirat ul-Mustaqeem. When your people are constantly wandering here and there, let's try that, maybe this, okay, confused, you don't have clarity, okay, and always just guessing at what you're doing. Islam is not guesswork. Okay, and Hidaya and Sirat al-Mustaqeem, okay, it's not wandering here and there. I'm trying to help make things clear to you. I'm going to cut off now and come back and continue exactly the same discussion right here. Trying to get the entire community to transition, to get out of Quasi-Islam, stop it, and get to Islam and success, to get the help of Allah before Allah sends the Nazis, who will be cruel to everyone. Okay? Very serious. Assalamu alaikum.